Okay. Blessed be my honorable followers. Let me get this out of the way before I go into anything else, okay? Day 18, the magical to do list, which I will definitely be doing one of those today. The world is full of magical things waiting for our wits to grow sharper. Really, when you think about it, gratitude is your best friend. It is always there for you, always available to help you. It will never fail you or let you down. And the more heavily you lean on it, the more it will do for you, and the more it will enrich your life. Today's magical practice will show you how to lean on gratitude even more, so it can do far more magical things for you. Every day, there are little life problems that come up and that need solving. Sometimes we can feel overwhelmed if we don't know how to solve a situation. Maybe your problem is that you don't have enough time for all the things you need to do. And you're at a loss because there are only 24 hours in the day. It may be that you feel overwhelmed, yes, from work and you want more free time, yeah, but you can't see any way to have it. Exactly. You may be at home taking care of children, my cat kids, and you're feeling frazzled or exhausted, both, but you don't have the means to get support to give you time out. No, I only got me. No offense to anybody that's helping. You may be faced with a problem that needs fixing, but you have no idea which way to turn to fix it. Very true. You may have lost something and tried your best to locate it, but had no luck. Been there before too. Or you might want to find something like the perfect pet, perfect babysitter, great hairdresser, or amazing dentist or doctor. Sure. And despite your best efforts, you haven't been able to find what you need. No. You could be in an uncomfortable situation because of something a person has asked you to do. And you don't know how to respond to them. Not really. Or you could be in some kind of dispute with someone, and instead of getting it resolved, things seem to be getting worse. The magical to-do list practice will help you with any little day-to-day problems when you don't know what to do. Sign me up. Or when you simply want something to be done for you, you will be amazed at the results. Yeah, that'd be nice. Help with all this damn cleaning that needs to be done around here. When you combine gratitude's magical power with the law of attraction, people, circumstances, and events must be rearranged to do what you want done for you. You will not know how it will happen or how it will be done for you, and that is not your job. Your job is simply to be as grateful as you can be for what you want done right now, as though it were already done. And then let the magic happen. Today, create a written to-do list of the most important things you would like to be done or resolved for you. Sign me up. And title your list the magical to-do list. You might put things on your list that you don't have time to do or don't want to do, along with any current problems, from the smallest day-to-day things to bigger life situations. Absolutely. Think through any area of your life where you need something resolved or done for you. I'm going through that right now. Details later. When you've finished making your list, choose 3 things from your list to focus on today. And one at a time, imagine that each item has been magically done for you. Imagine that all people, circumstances, and events have been moved to do it for you. And it is now done, all sorted, all solved for you. And you are giving massive thanks, absolutely, in return for it having been done. Spend at least 1 minute on each of your 3 items, believing it is done, and feeling enormous gratitude in return. You can follow the same practice on the rest of the items on your list at another time. But there is power in simply putting the things you want done on the magical to-do list. See, that feels like I'm fucking getting bit. I hate that. Remember that the law of attraction says like attracts like. And that means that when you are grateful for the solutions as though you have them, you will attract everything you need into your life to resolve the situation. Focusing on problems attracts more problems. You have to be a magnet to the solution, not a magnet to the problem. Being grateful that you have the solution and that it has been resolved attracts the solution. To demonstrate how powerful this magical practice is, I want to share a story with you about my daughter, who used this practice to attract her lost wallet back to her. Now, that's something I could have used a while back. I got to pause for a minute and get a drink, guys, because this is really, I'm already straining my voice. Okay, where's my... Okay, today's Wednesday, so... Purple, where are you? Purple? Hello? Alright, where's my purple pen? Where? Crap. Well, I don't have time to look for it right now. That's blue. Damn it. Okay. I probably put it in a bag or something. So I know that's where I left off. I promise I will get back around to that, but my throat's dry. Ow. I know, how entertaining, watching me sit here and brush my rat's nest. Ouch. I love how fluffy and soft and clean my hair is. Ouch. I don't like the fucking tangles. And even with it being this damn short, I still, the tangles are freaking unbearable. All right, today is, let's see. I gotta see how these are. I've got gel pens here. I've got a lot of gel pens. I'm just basically trying to see which ones. Whoa! I'm already dropping the mouse on the floor. Seeing how I want to check something because I don't remember. Said that there was a blank check in the back of this book. No, there isn't. That's crazy. Okay. Sorry, brain going like 5 million different directions. I want to test these and see if any of them are usable. If not, because I have so many of them already, I need to start thinning things out and getting rid of stuff that just don't work anymore. Okay. Oh yeah, that one seems to write okay. So we got 9, 17, 25. Well, this one seems to be good. I love my gel pens. I'm a very crafty lady. Ha ha ha. Get it? The craft. I'm a witch. Witchcraft. Never mind. Um, After being out one night, my daughter discovered the next morning that she did not have her wallet, and she had no idea where she might have lost it, or even if it had been stolen. She called the restaurant where she went to dinner, the taxi company she used to come home, the local police station, and she searched the streets and knocked on surrounding doors, but no one had found her wallet. Other than the fact that my daughter's wallet contained the usual precious things in it, including all her bank and credit cards, driver's license, and cash. Her biggest concern was that her wallet contained no current contact information because she had been overseas for some time. She didn't have a publicly listed phone number, and with a common surname, there seemed to be no hope. But despite the seemingly impossible obstacles, my daughter sat down, closed her eyes, and got a picture of her wallet in her mind. She visualized that she was holding her wallet in her hands. She opened her wallet, she went through all its contents, and she felt enormous gratitude that she had her wallet and everything in it back and in her hands. For the rest of the day, whenever she thought of it, again, my daughter imagined she had her wallet in her hands, and she felt enormous elation and gratitude that her wallet had been returned to her. Later that night, she received a call from a farmer who lived 100 miles away saying that he had found her wallet. The extraordinary part of this story is that the farmer had found the wallet in the street outside my daughter's home in the early hours of the morning, and he immediately searched the wallet looking for contact details. Oh, hell no. Oh, my God. He made several calls in trying to find its owner, but to no avail. And so he gave up and drove back to his farm with the wallet. Oh, the irony. But while he was walking out in the fields at his farm, the wallet kept nagging and nagging at him, and he decided to search through it one last time. He found a small piece of paper with a man's Christian name written on it, and so he put the Christian name together with my daughter's surname and called directory assistance. Way to go, dude. There was just one listing for that Christian name and surname. The farmer called the phone number, and it was the home of my daughter's father. Wow. To this day, we do not know how the farmer got that phone number because it was an unlisted number. Holy shit. Oh my God. We called directory assistance ourselves several times after this happened, and the response every time was, sorry, there is no listing for that name. Wow. Oh my. From 100 miles away through the most extraordinary sequence of seemingly impossible events, I'll say. My daughter's wallet was returned to her intact. Yay. Good job. I'm glad. Good for you, girl. She fulfilled her part in being grateful that she had her wallet back, and as must happen, gratitude performed its magic and moved every person, circumstance, an event to return her wallet to her. The magical power of gratitude is available for you to use as well. And it always has been. You just had to discover it for yourself and learn how to use it. The magical to-do list. Magic practice number 18. Count your blessings, make a list of 10 blessings, write why you're grateful, reread your list, and at the end of each blessing say, thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Number 2, create a written list of the most important things or problems you need done or solved. Title your list the magical to-do list. Number 3, choose 3 of the most important things from your list, and one at a time imagine that thing has been done for you. Number 4, spend at least 1 minute on each thing, believing it is done and feeling enormous gratitude in return. Number 5, just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. Wow. That's, well, there's your proof right there, guys. That's the power of belief, intent, positivity. Meow. Right, gratefulness. Yeah, I need to find my grateful. What is that? Where did that come from? Well, that's crazy. It says seal. Oh, it was a seal off of something. Okay. So eye watering again. Probably allergies. Okay. Kalika, I'm busy right now. Mommy is working. If you want up here, get your ass up here. But otherwise, leave me alone because I don't even know like how many days. Where did I put that? 9, 10. Okay, yeah, I'm overdue. I'm definitely overdue. The power of gratitude, the power of feeling into the future. Okay, for any Star Wars fans out there that may see this and relate, when Yoda tells Luke as he's teaching him about the Force, he says the future is always emotion. That makes perfect sense here to me because when you feel how good it feels to receive that item, to receive that blessing, to receive that gift, to receive that unexpected, like what? I'm stunned, okay? But before I go any further, let me get this date at least written, or I'll forget. Trust me. And of course, because my cat knows I'm working, she just got to pick this exact time to come up here on my lap and want my attention. Never fails. Okay. I wanted to write the date of the today's date for the grateful list, and I also have to do an addendum to my expenses list before I forget. So pardon me, guys, while I'm like back and forth here, but I'm multitasking. See, I can do it too. Okay. Kalika, what are you knocking over now? God damn it, cat. Ugh! Okay, come on. Mommy moved it. Don't really need it right now. Come on. Anyway, Let me go to another page here. Cheeky little bugger. That's all I'm gonna say. It's who I'm talking about when I say that is, one, I love that line. Two, it's British. Two, it was said with a perfect British accent by Magnus in the Sanctuary series. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend it. You'll love it. Okay. And at the top of my list, I always put rent, and I put it first. Because that is, and always should be, my number one priority. Rent. Even though the circumstances aren't ideal. Hang on, I got to think for a minute here. Hang on. I'm prioritizing. But anyway, to give you a brief peek and glimpse of a serious mind blower that I'm about to share with you. But all the while that I'm thinking about it, I'm also thinking about what version to use that this little cheeky bugger deserves. And it might not necessarily be a flattering or positive one. Don't worry, it's none of you. I don't think it's, unless you're one of the ones that's joined my channel. We'll find out, I guess, soon enough. It gets on my fucking nerves. I guess I'm going with my witch stinks here. That I need to get this set up now. Because the day is going to go wonky stupid on me and witchy crazy. So I want to get this down. This is important. Right. Thank you. Talking to one of my spirit guides, spirit friends. Make sure I'm getting the right price down here. And then I put little parentheses next to it because, right, thank you. Yeah, that's an important one. That's a big one. Um, Again, talking to my spirit friends. Oh no, you don't, Missy. You ain't laying on my lap like that. Nuh-uh. Okay, that's 10 expenses I've got on here already. Oh, hang on. And this is further proof, which you all will discover later when this actually happens. You'll all be sitting there going, oh, wow, that really happened. Yes, it really happened. In today's generation of people, young, old, in between, don't matter. Everybody, okay? The era that we're in, not area, but era we're in right now in the world is everything's on the internet. Um, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, I mean, social platforms, social media, a safer way to reach out to people worldwide. I mean, I've got a new witch friend, Dragon. Love you, buddy. He's in Oklahoma, y'all. And I don't say that in a derogatory sense. I love country. I am country because a lot of my family lives in the country or did. I don't know how many of us are left now, but my grandpa McGee was down in the country. His wife Ines was down in the country. All three of my uncles, Bernard went first. No, Dunk went first, then Bernard, then lastly, my Uncle Jackie. My three uncles, I absolutely loved and adored every one of them. They were the sweetest guys to me throughout my whole life. And Uncle Jackie even named his daughter, one of his daughters, Janet. Or I think it was, they went with Jeanette, which is Janette or something like that. I mean, different people obviously are going to probably spell it different. But anyway, YouTube has opened up so much for me. And for that, I am truly grateful because it's a really good feeling when you feel like, well, maybe some people at least will see this and they will learn from it. They will relate. They will not feel so alone. They will seek help if that's what they need. I mean, I'm just here to help. I'm trying to find my path. I'm trying to make sure I'm on the right path. I'm on my own journey of self mastery. I think I'm doing pretty good. But to change topic for a bit, or for a minute, credit was never something I ever had. I come from a dysfunctional, broken home. And I only say that as a recap so you don't have to go through, I don't even know how many videos before this, live streams, to find the exact type of stuff I'm talking about. This is just a recap, making it easier, kind of a breakdown of blah, blah, this, that, and the other. And then people are, oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I came from a family like that too. I was always afraid of credit and terrified of it, even because it can get so out of hand so quick. Even the best of us, okay, can cave and regret it later. But you know what? We still have the choice to do it or not do it. Try to get it or don't try to get it. I don't want the hassle. I don't want all the problems that comes with it. And you are absolutely right. Seriously think it through before you start talking about getting your first credit card. Trust me, I speak from experience. Mine quite recent. Several years ago, I got my first three, this hand's messed up, three credit cards. I was shocked that I even got them in the first place because my credit was zero. So where this miraculously happened, how it miraculously happened, and I suddenly got noticed, I have no clue. But I wish I would have stuck with that, just one of those three, and um, learn to use it well. Uh, Spend within my spend bracket, which I'm learning a little bit here and there what the spend bracket is. That means if you put $100 direct deposit or $100 deposit down and you ask for a credit card and they give it to you, then, the first of every month or whatever, that's how I do it because my check fluctuates from month to month. One month I might get it on the 29th. Another month I might get it on the 30th. Another month I might get it on the 27th. It fluctuates. So I say, don't take out the payment till the 1st. Merrick Bank was the first one I had. Let's see if I can remember what my credit limit was to start out. And that one I don't believe I had to put a deposit down on, but somehow got it. Let's just spitball here. Say my credit limit at first was like 700. First and foremost, what you want to do is once you have that figure, write it down on a piece of paper and then write down and calculate however you calculate. Some of us use a calculator. Some of us can do it in their heads. 30% of 700. And it'll give you an amount. That is your spend bracket. That you don't want to go above that. Doesn't mean you can't go above that. If you do, though, it reflects badly on your credit. If you keep it in the spend bracket, the allowable spend bracket, like right now, I have two that, my spend bracket is $30 off each one. Anyway, so 30% of 700 is hang on, got to bring up my calculator. Nope, that's not it. Oh, I know how I did it. Hang on. I know how I did it before. This is so much easier. What is 30% of $700?
The answer is 210 United States dollars.
Okay, 210. So, if my credit with that first card was 210, or sorry, 700, my spend bracket, 210. Okay. Because I don't remember and because it was so long ago, and because Merrick Bank was my first one. Ouch. Dadgummit. Okay. Sorry, let me get my thoughts focused. Okay. So 30% of 700 is 210. So with that particular card at the time, that would have been my spend bracket, was 210. Now, the thing about going above that spend bracket, especially if you've just gotten the card, okay, that can reflect negatively on your credit, because you're just maxing it out and blowing through it, which they see as irresponsibility. You're just going overboard, and then now you got to pay that money back, and you don't have it to pay back. So why did you do it? Don't do it. Okay. I think whatever the amount was that Merrick gave me, I think my spend bracket with them was like, I want to say, might have been like $100 or somewhere in that neighborhood. I maxed out my Merrick. I made a couple of payments, which was only like $35 a month. That's nothing, right? But you still have to keep a record of it. You still have to write it down. You still have to remind yourself and write it on your list of expenses. And when you pay it, each one you pay off, check mark. Cha-ching, done. So that then you can look at your list and go, okay, I got that one done. I got that one done. I got that one done. Like right now, I can say I've got 230 of my next check coming out. 105 of it goes to my mom. The rest goes to my mail order business, my Phase 10 program, postcard business with Mr. Lindsay. And I told him, asked him specifically to please wait until October 1st before he takes out that first 130 payment. And he will send me my first batch of 250 postcards, 250 postage stamps, 250 peel and stick labels or leads that are names and addresses of people that are most likely to possibly join. Okay. And if they join under you, that's what you want. So whatever your credit amount is, immediately figure out, calculate what is 30% of that. What is my spend bracket? And if it's more than 30%, ask the company you got the credit card from and say, look, I want to do this right. What is my credit line? What spend bracket do I have? But I think the general rule of thumb has always been 30% of whatever the amount. So like 210 being 30% of 700, that makes perfect sense to me. The trick is, if you can self-restrain, which trust me, I'm bad at it. This is how I got myself in hot water over the first 3 credit cards I had. I knew my spend bracket. I went over it. The payments got higher. I couldn't pay them anymore. Other expenses were in my life by then that I had to add to my list. And suddenly that $967 a month looks like $10.50, if that. Because when you add all that together and you really look at, oh my God, I'm spending that much on this. Oh, no, this will not do. This is not good. No. Don't spend beyond your means, okay? With Merrick Bank, I messed up. Payments got too high. They cut off my credit. I didn't make it even to the 6-month bracket, because the rule of thumb also is they will evaluate you 6 months after you get the card to see how you're doing and see if they feel that you're being responsible enough with. Hey, Vicky. Oh, girl, honey, don't even get me started. Oh boy. First, how are you, my beautiful Cappy sister? Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'm okay. Chris is in the hospital. He has fluid around his heart. Pericardial effusion, it's called. And if too much water accumulates around his heart, it could go into something fatal called pericardial tamponade. If that happens, he's done. He's dead. He's done. So he's at the hospital right now. He went through chemo and radiation for a full month, all the way back in think it was March or something. Anyway, he was only on. Yeah, I'm trying to give me a minute to recollect my thoughts because I'm trying to give like a shrunken down version of things. So, because I don't know how much time you have before your lunch break is over, but the long and short of it is going through the chemo and the radiation, I feel that the chemo is now slowly killing him because he keeps getting infections in his left lung. He keeps getting pneumonia in his left lung. He's had heart surgery. There was a list because when I looked up the pericardial effusion to see what it was, and that's where the water forms around the heart and it makes the heart, if it accumulates too much, it makes the heart beat harder and have to work harder, which compromises his breathing even more. He can't do anything anymore, sis. I have to get his meds down off the top of the fridge for him because the very act of him reaching up to grab them down himself takes his breath away. Makes him start doing this, shit because he can't breathe. He can't bend over. He can't do dishes. He can't clean the litter box. He can't do coffee. He can't make food except something simple and easy like ramen noodles. I think that he may very well have autoimmune disorder or something of that nature because the chemo compromises your immune system. Yeah, they got rid of the cancer, but now this, and his left lung is so damaged and it keeps happening. How long do you think a person's going to live on one lung? Yeah. He had a stroke a while back, about a year or so ago, I think. I mean, it doesn't seem that long, but it probably is. Um, he got a blood clot had formed in his brain during this occurrence when this happened, and he literally had a stroke to the point that he could no longer form words. He could not pick himself up off the floor. He could not. I expected him to drop dead in the floor. I really did. I was standing there with this look on my face like, this is not happening. This is not happening. This is not happening. And I just went quiet and I kept thinking, oh, please let me be wrong. Please let me be wrong. Well, the squad came because Chris and I have been together so long. A lot of people are now saying that have researched this, and I'm not saying that they're lying or anything of that sort because these are my friends. These are people that love me and care about me. And I them, they're like family, just like you. You're my sister. Um, they asked me to give them permission to give him this medication that was fairly new and it was experimental, and they injected him into an IV because I think when they had him in the back of the squad that time, they hooked him up into an IV. Wait, no, it wasn't the squad. It was this thing that I had never seen before that I did not even know existed. And I'm trying to keep my shit together the whole while this is going on. I'm trying not to break down in front of these officers. It's like, what the hell? Yeah. And it's like, his life was in my hands. And I could have just as easily said, no, don't give it to him. I want him to die. Which is not true. Um, So I told him, I thought about it for a handful of seconds and minutes. I prayed to the goddess. I said, please don't let me decide the wrong thing here. Please let this work. Let this help him. Let him not have any, adverse reactions with it later, or anything that comes back and bites him in the ass, so to speak, and then makes him something worse happen to him. I thought he was going to die that time. Um, After the officers left and I came back upstairs, that's when I lost it. When I was totally by myself, because I didn't want to put anyone else through this, because it's bad enough I'm going through it. I don't want to do it to my friends. I don't want to do it to my family, because I have to deal with this. I'm not saying I am not welcome for them, saying, oh my God, I am so sorry. I greatly appreciate all that. I do. But Chris did this to himself. He should have never lit up that cigar when he was 9 years old and started smoking, because that's what started the whole shebang. That's what started causing him to have asthma, breathing issues, COPD, and I'm not sure when the clinical depression fell into it all. And yeah, and that's a good description of what they gave him. I don't remember the name of it. I'm sure they told me. But I was actually in shock that this decision had suddenly come to me, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm literally holding this person's life in my hands. What do I do? Because I was also dealing with anger and everything because towards him, because he did this to himself, and it's affecting me. I gave him the okay. They gave him the stuff. It cleared it up. Like, you're right away. Cleared it up. He started talking, started having a normal conversation. He could formulate words again, and they were in the this special unit thing, and they were taking him to they usually like to take him to OSU East, which is up on Taylor, which is right next to East High School, my last high school I ever went to. And so you just go down Taylor. Once you get up there and get to the corner of East or Broad and Taylor, you turn right, go down, you'll see the tower, if you even know where I'm talking about. But anyway, it's only like a handful of minutes drive from here. It is by far like the quickest location to where I'm at right now. And a lot of times when these episodes would happen, they would take him to one, like Taylor, for a short time, and then he would get transferred to one of the buildings at the James. As soon as he was cleared of the cancer, he suddenly thought that, oh, good, I don't have to quit smoking, and lit up. Right out of the hospital that very day. When we got in the car and came home, he lit up, and I was completely dumbfounded. I was like, what what are you doing? I mean, so the clot buster, I'm glad that I chose right. I'm glad that I was able to keep my shit together long enough to make such a serious decision. But that, at the same time, that was a very uncomfortable feeling for me, that I had the power to say if he lived or died. I forget how long he was in the hospital that time. But flash forward to this past Monday, 2 days ago. Chris was home. He had just gotten released from the hospital last Monday. But the week before that last Monday, he spent a whole week in the cancer ward. Hang on, I think somebody's knocking. Okay, sorry about that. See, even the simple act of going to the door myself and opening it and looking out in the hall to make sure, see if there was actually somebody out there, or I was just hearing things. So I thought it might be my sister Norma.
Yeah.
She lives in the building here.
Uh,
Excuse me. She is a witch too. So is Christy, that lives right next door to me. Um, I've been teaching Norma for like many years. She's doing really good. She's really coming into her power, and she's okay. She's doing okay with it. Um, which is good because that means I'm doing my job right. So Chris spent a week in the cancer ward in the James building. Got released on a Monday after spending that week in the hospital. Was home for a week, and then just this past Monday, he was right back in. He can't even be home for a week. Maria she's okay. She's hanging in there. She likes Normia, and I do like to call her that a lot because that's a name that my brother kind of invented for her because she likes being called Norma, but she also likes the name Marie. So my brother put it together and said, Normia. And I was like, oh, that is so pretty. And then I told Norma, and she's like, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So I try to call her Normia because it is pretty. It's unusual. It's unique, and I like that about names. Um, I just got a call from Chris. They're moving him out of the ICU and moving him into an actual room. And I'm sure he will text me or call me sometime later today or this evening. We'll see. And let me know how things are going. Keep me updated so that I can then relay that message to my daughter, Zephyr, Alicia, which I'm pretty sure is like, I don't even know how old she is now. Last I knew, she was 28, but she could very well be 29 or even 30. I honestly don't know. I've lost count, but I'll have to think and ask her. It's like, are you still 28, sweetie, or did more time pass that I don't realize, and you're actually 30 now? Um, at least Chris sounded better. He sounded like himself, and he, but sometimes he can't get like whole sentences out. Yeah, it is. I like it, Normia. Um, but he can't get whole sentences out and stuff like that. Sometimes he can only get maybe a word or two, and he's like, "You got to give me a minute." He said because my breathing's still not great, so it takes him longer to even put together enough words to formulate a sentence. Um, when I talked to him earlier on the phone, he gave me the update. He said everything's okay for the most part, but apparently there's some kind of struggle between two different medical departments, specialists, whatever you want to call it, about rather or not to drain the water from his heart because they're afraid that it might put even more strain on the heart. Um, or the water might come back and this time like possibly be fatal. I pay $465 a month in rent here. Chris pays over $600 of his check every month in bills. There is no way in the underworld that I would be able to keep this place, keep the rent paid and the bills with $967 a month and one income, only me here, keep gas in the car, keep, cash items in the home. Um I have to come up with a plan B, and I have definitely been working on it tirelessly in my mind. Some of it I actually am able to bring about and write down to help me remember. Yeah, you need to get on the ball, Janet, and do this because it's needed. You've got to think into the future. Where am I going to live if he dies? Where am I going to go? How am I going to on one income? And I can't afford to live now. If it comes down to it and he ends up dying from this, I've got to do something. I've got to figure something out because my landlord would not let me stay here if I couldn't pay rent anymore. Because I just asked him recently if he would consider if he would like reduce my rent down to like say 200 a month or 265, at least half more or less of what I'm already paying, just so I could have that extra money to get these bills caught up, get them paid so my shit don't get shut off. Internet, electric, gas, water, sewage, all that shit. Gas for the car maintenance. I mean, it never ends. It goes on and on. But anyway, in conclusion, because again, I don't know how long you have on lunch because I don't want you to get in trouble. You know me. I'm always saying I don't want you to get in trouble at work and then get fired because you're too distracted by me doing a live stream. I love having you on. Believe me, I'm a I'm a bit of a fucked up mess right now, which I'm just trying to get through it. And as if that wasn't bad enough, I got a shout out or a reach out by somebody from my past recently. I never thought I would talk to again, let alone uh, him call me or try to reach out to me or whatever, reconnect. And when I saw the message, I thought about it. I went to his profile page on Facebook. I looked at it for a few minutes and I'm like, should I or should I not? Because this guy hurt my daughter by getting with my daughter's supposedly best friend, which that little bitch Hannah never was. Um, and it broke Alicia's heart when they got together because Alicia crushed on Josh for a long time. She really liked him. About 15 minutes. Okay. So he reaches out to me and I was like, let's just see what he does. See how he responds. And then I'll decide from there. He's like, hey, didn't expect to hear from you or was surprised to hear from you. Well, you reached out to me first. So what do you want? So he proceeds to send me a picture that I did not even see until today. And the most delicate way I can say it, he had his progenitive organ in his hand ready to go and had a water bottle in his other hand to show how big it was, how long it was, and asked me if he came over, I would do something about it. And I'm like, oh, hell no. You did not just fucking do this to me. You cheeky little bastard. You broke my daughter's heart. You turned me against you and your whole fucked up family. I treated you like a son, and you basically asked me to do the naughty with you. No. Ain't happening. Do I have slut bitch hoe stamped across my forehead? No. Moving on. Moving on. I could not believe the audacity of this kid. I was like, okay, what's the best way to handle this situation? After I saw the picture and I read the message and I got the message, I have chosen to not indulge him with a response. Because if I do, he's going to think That's me saying, come on over, let's play. No. I had to get myself off that subject and focus on, the stuff that I'm going to try my very hardest to get done around here today. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, wow, are you fucking kidding me? You did not just do this. Oh my, I want it. Oh, I wanted to reach through that phone and yank that damn thing off his body and cram it down his throat. I have never been so insulted. I've never been so infuriated and disgusted in my life. But it shows me where his head is, and it sure the hell ain't up here. It's with his twig and berries and making it soft again. And apparently he's so desperate, nobody else wants to be with him. Gee, I wonder why. So, yeah, that's a fun little surprise that I could have done without today. But I think I'm handling it well considering I want to murderize the boy. I'm like, you did not just. Okay. Consider the source. That's just the way Josh is. That's the way he's always been. He has no respect for women, in my opinion. He wants to demean them. He wants to cut them down. He wants to use them as an object of fulfilling his lustful needs. It's like, okay, you little bastard. I am not going to even dignify that with a response. You blew your chance with me. I was just considering possibly, letting him back into my life. Yeah. And being friends with him again, at least, and he does this. And I'm like, okay, no, I don't think so. Next. And he's not the only one that's done something like that. There was this other kid, his name was Ryan, and he was the son of my grandchildren's mother. And this young man, boy, child, had the nerve one time to ask me to send him a picture of these so he could toss off to it. Yeah. Yeah. And, so this Ryan kid wanted me to send a topless picture of myself to him so he could toss off to it. I'm like, no. I stopped all communication with him right then and there. And I'm like, you did not just fucking do that to me. You did not just demean and insult me in such a way, you cheeky little bastard. I'm out of here. I got better things to do with my time, and I ain't wasting another second of it on you and your fucking stupidity. He was waiting for a reaction, all right, Josh. I'm sure he was. So I wonder what he's thinking right now when he didn't get one. Fuck you, punk. You don't fucking come at me like that after all you've done to fucking destroy my family by hurting my daughter and in so doing, hurting me. Somebody that saw you as a son, somebody that let you party at my place, spend the night, spend 2 weeks, live here, the whole shebang. So, yeah, there's that little nugget. Yes, I'm awake. You can come up if you like, but I'm doing a live stream, so I don't know how much of a conversationalist I'll be, but okay, just let me know when you're coming up or knock on the door because I have it locked because, I'm still a little nervous about somebody leaving the door open down there in the front or back and anybody can walk in. Okay, all right. Love you. That was Normia. I took this boy into my home. I almost got evicted more than once by letting him stay here. And the last time I let him stay here, his mom was here with him. That didn't go over well. She was hitting on Chris. Oh, yes. She tried to steal a special pen that he had gotten for me and then try to play it off like, I don't know what you're talking about. I saw her using it to do a damn crossword puzzle, bitch. I'm not blind. Well, it mysteriously appeared in some random spot in my mom's house one day when she was over there. Gee, let me think. It must have grown legs, walked out the door, walked down the hall, walked out the building, walked over to my mom's. No. But I was glad to have it back. Absolutely. But I let his mother hated me. I mean, at least that's what I was led to believe. She hated me when her boys would come over and they wanted to spend all their time over at my place, and they were Michael's friends, my son Michael. So, I mean, I'm not going to turn them down. Back then they were cool kids, at least when they're at my place, they're safe. They're not out getting in trouble. They're not out, possibly going to jail or doing something stupid. They'd come over and play video games. They'd come over, we'd watch movies. We would have a little party, of sorts, but we weren't doing anything wrong. I was 35 at the time. So yeah, that gives you an idea about how long ago we're talking. 20 years plus. Just saying. I already pretty much know how my daughter would react. Yeah, he hasn't grown up at all, sadly. I know Josh has had it rough. I know he's had a rough life. I get it. I've been there, done that. It's not fun. I will always be grateful for all the good that he did and all the fun times we did have together before all this craziness. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what? I'm not really surprised at all. I'm not shocked at all, because that's just how shallow and egotistical and downright stupid he is if he thinks for even a second that just because he sends me a picture like that, I'm going to be like, ooh, come over. No. Try again, buddy. Huh. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's move on. Chuck it up for no, not happening. Ain't doing it. Go find your slut bitch hoe. I'm not it. And if no women want to get with you or no females want to get with you, I don't know what to tell you. Because you are never going to change. You are never going to get yourself right. You're never going to fix yourself, because nobody else can fix you, Josh. Only you can fix you. And you've already decided, fuck it, I give up. You want to screw? No, not you. You couldn't fucking pay me to do it. Hell the fuck no. Whew, I'm glad he was stupid and did that, though, because now it's like, oh, that's it, buddy. You're done. I'll never talk to you again. No fucking way in hell. So how are things with you? Brooke. This one I will try to talk about without crying. She's not dead, at least not that I'm aware yet or anything, but she might as well be. I hate to say that, but let me explain. I don't think her and Michael are together anymore. I haven't heard from Brooke in a very, very long time. Me and Chris, every once in a while, do try to still reach out to her and let her know that we're still here for her. She's still our daughter. And I stand by that. I always told her, I said, sweetie, I said, even if you and Michael break up, you're still my daughter. You can come to me anytime. You will always be loved and accepted and welcome here. Okay. She has a condition that she's said to me a million times, but it's really hard to express or say. But the whole left side of her body goes numb. And, it makes it kind of hard to take care of 3 kids, being a single mother in the UK with little to no resources to get any kind of help. She's in a psych ward. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. She does not deserve this. Apparently, Michael made a big boo-boo. Yeah. I'm guessing that probably somebody in her family, probably her stepmother or something, is got her boys. But 2 of them are autistic. So that was a challenge enough. But a single mom under those conditions with that kind of condition, oh my goddess, And Michael made the mistake of reaching out to her dad. Apparently that was the wrong thing to do. That was the straw that broke the camel's back, because she hates her father. He has abused her. He has belittled her. He has cut her down. He has demeaned her. Every kind of horror you can imagine, this man has pretty much done to this woman, this beautiful soul. And if she's in a psych ward, there's no way that I know of that I could even reach out to her, even if I tried. And I would love to talk to her and know that she's okay. Hell, if I had the money right now and I had my fucking passport, which I do not have a passport, and it's damn fucking expensive, expensive stupidly to get a passport now. And all the bullshit you have to go through. And it's like, oh my God, no, I can't do this right now. I cannot do this. So my witch things are telling me that there is a very good, at least, possibility that her and Michael are not together anymore, because Michael, he screwed up in a major way, and apparently by her an unforgivable way. But that doesn't mean that me and Chris should be cut out because of Michael's stupidity. And I hate to say that about my own son, but it's the damn truth. He smothered that poor woman so much, sis, that she could not fucking breathe. He was not happy unless he was constantly on the fucking phone with her 24/7. He would borrow money from her that never got repaid. He would con her, and I say con because he should never do this to the woman he loves if he truly loved her and wanted to spend the rest of his life with her and marry her and bring her to the States and raise her children as his own, be worthy, truly worthy of her. And he's not. He's just not. I brought her into our lives, Vicky. I used magic, and I thought it was innocent enough because of the way I worded it, but I feel so bad for what the consequences of my actions have become. And Michael just pissed it away. He wouldn't let up. He wouldn't leave her be. He was making her pay for other inmates and get them commissary shit and get them things. And it's like, what? Michael, you've been raised better than that. What the hell are you doing? Is this the thanks I get for the risk I took to bring the right woman into our lives for you? And this is what you do with it. I light a candle for her every day, and I just ask the spirits, please help her where I cannot. Don't let this be her fate. Don't let her be stuck in that place for the rest of her life. Oh my. I feel responsible. Yeah. Yeah, and thank you. That means a lot. Um, because see, you know me. You're my sister. We go way back. Um, I'm doing my best, you know, to get through it, but usually a lot of times that entails just keeping myself busy and doing as much around here as I can. Yeah, I used to know what it was, but TikTok did her so bad that she stopped going through them. Her business stopped pretty much when she stopped doing it as a live stream. Last I knew, before she suffered the fate of getting put in this psych ward or whatever fresh new hell she's going through, she had some objects still left for sale, but was selling them out of her home. Like, she literally sent me pictures of all the stuff she still had. Um, and I miss her shop too. I am even more grateful now for all the things that I got from her shop that I will never part with. There's no way. That's all I have of my daughter right now. I If I run across it, I will try to send. I don't know if you can get text messages, pictures, or whatever on your phone, but if you want, I'll try to if I can find them again somehow on my phone, which I don't know if I can or not. I will send them to you, but I can't. I mean, yeah, it's kind of pointless in a way because she's not even home. I haven't heard otherwise, so I'm just going with the assumption until I hear otherwise that she's still in the psych ward. I'm like, oh no, 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 goddess, what have I done? I have destroyed this poor soul. I helped by bringing her into my son's life, and what he has done, damn, drove her away. But I will never abandon her. I will never give up on her. She's always going to be my daughter. Yeah, it was because she really had fun with it. Like I try to do on here when I do my live streams. I try to be silly. I try to have my jokey moments and my cute little phrases like, another witchy crazy day. How you guys doing? Um, but I did not want this to be her fate. She doesn't deserve this. And I have no way to contact her. Um, so I don't know. All I can do is just keep lighting the candles and keep asking her to be surrounded by love and comfort and strength and help her through this, help her every way that she needs because I can't. Okay. Love you. Have a good day. Thanks for coming by for a minute. Made my day go a little bit better. And I'm going to try to get on here more. So have a good day. And I will hopefully see you again soon. I've been on here a little over an hour now, and I'm going to decide from this point what I want to do, how much longer I want to be on. I've still got to do the litter box and the dishes, and I want to get my rugs washed today and probably trimmed up because my cats have shredded and destroyed them. So blessed be, hun. Love ya. My Cappy, beautiful Cappy sister. Um, have a good day. That's all I can say is have a good day. Um, Sorry, just, thinking about the whole, just Josh and Chris, and my head feels like it's just going to go boom, you know? Thank you, sweetie. Love you too. Okay. Wow, it's 2:30 already. How did that happen? Holy mother of wow. Oh, this is going to be one of those speedy witchy days. Am I right? It's okay. It's okay. We'll get through it. I don't know if Dragon got my message on Facebook. I hope he did. I gave my number and I gave Chris's number, but I never I should have thought of that. I meant to clarify with Chris when I was on the phone with him a little bit ago what his phone number was. Verify, is it what? And then read it off to him, and then he would tell me yes, and then I would tell him, okay, I gave Dragon your number, I gave him mine, but I haven't heard from him yet, so I don't know if he got the message or if he's checked his Facebook or whatever. So, that cheeky little bugger. But you know what? Thank you, Josh Courtney, that you showed your true colors and kept me from wasting even more time trying to be a positive force in your life, trying to be a friend, a mom, when you need it, just an older adult that you can relate and talk to and feel comfortable around. Because I've known you since you were a teenager. I wish you the best. But you blew it, dude. You blew it. I will never speak to you again because this is not right. And you fucking know it. Let's see, I think it was a little after noon or something when it was earlier when Chris talked to me one of the other times we talked on the phone. I was having my breakfast. I was having my oatmeal. Okay. Because I haven't done this in a while. Let's see if I can do it without knocking a bunch of shit over. I need a distraction. I need to get off this topic, or I will overanalyze it like to death. September 17th, spell of the day, book number 1, Environmental Protection Amulet. Gather together fallen feathers, dried twigs, leaves, and flowers from as many species as possible in your area. Play with what you have gathered so you become intimately familiar with each piece. The patterns of the plants, the softness of the feathers, the smell of the flowers and twigs, with a piece of grass or a thick thread or string. Bind the materials together, enchanting them as you do so by saying, all things are magic. To ignore them is tragic. All things high and low are to be protected. With this little charm, I protect all from harm. Hang the charm up or place it in a dry bud vase where you can see it every day. Each time you view it, send out your love and protective power over all the species and things it represents. Cool. That's a good one. I like that. Yeah, so this is one of those, it's catch up time, so I'm just kind of going with it. And because I never get any comments, I have no idea who actually likes or cares that I have something like this on here and would like to see more of it. Spell of the day. Real witch's year. Hair. If there's one thing which is true about hair, it is that almost everyone, sooner or later, will become unhappy with theirs. It will be too long, short, straight, curly, the wrong color, or not enough. Fortunately, today, most of these conditions can be changed with cosmetics. For our ancestors, however, the hair you had was what you had mostly to live with and was often considered significant. Red hair indicated a fiery temper and was the sign of a witch. Dark hair indicated strength, whilst fair hair was thought to indicate timidity and weakness. Even today, blonde hair is often thought to suggest a lack of intellect. Dumb blondes, in other words. Curly and unruly hair indicated an outgoing but frivolous nature, while straight hair indicated seriousness, but if it hung lankily, then it indicated cunning. If the hair grows to a point over the forehead, the widow's peak, it is said to indicate someone who will outlive their partner, and was also said to indicate a witch. Oh, Jesus. That might be me. Hair on a man's chest was significant, being considered in most of the world as a sign of strength. Indeed, the Native Americans claim that a man with no chest hair is not to be trusted. However, one who is very hairy is unlikely to be faithful. Similarly, a bushy beard was a sign of virility. Hair on the arms and the backs of the hands was a sign of wealth. For either sex, losing your hair was considered a sign of decline in fortunes, although in some parts of the world, actual baldness was considered a sign of virility. Happiness can be found in enjoying what you have. God, this is tricky to get out. Okay. Apparently, September 5th was the last time I was in these books. The month of Hathor. Ooh. Themes: joy, love, arts, femininity, beauty, sexuality, sky. Symbols: mirrors, cow, sandalwood, and rose incense. Rattles. About Hathor. One of the most beloved sky goddesses in Egypt, Hathor brings happiness, romance, and an appreciation for musical arts into our lives. Sacred or erotic dances are a welcome offering for Hathor, as is any effort to beautify the body. As the patroness of the toilet, she also protects women and embodies the pinnacle of feminine qualities. Her favorite musical instrument, the sistrum, a kind of rattle, was said to banish evil wherever it was played. To do today: from September 17th until October 16th, Hathor reigned in Egypt. To honor this goddess, make an effort to make yourself as physically appealing as possible. Then spend time with a significant other or in a social setting. In the first case, Hathor's favor will increase love and passion. In the second, she'll improve your chances of finding a bed partner. To fill your living space with Hathor's energy, take rice or beans and put them in a plastic container. This creates a makeshift rattle. Play some lusty music and dance clockwise around every room of the home, shaking the rattle. Perhaps add a verbal charm like this one: love, passion, and bliss by Hathor's powerful kiss. By Hathor's power kiss. This drives away negativity, generates joyful vibrations, promotes artistic awareness, and increases love each time you kiss someone in your home. Well, then, are you trying to tell me something, Hathor? Oh, I love you. Hail and welcome to Hathor. Let me go light some candles. Let's do this right. Thought I turned that on. Guess I didn't. All right. Yeah, we got some others. Where did I put them? I just want to get these used up. I don't like wasting stuff. Okay. I light this candle for anyone who needs it. Whatever kind of energy they most need right now. Let them be blessed with it, but let it only be positive. I think I need to go get. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm lighting some candles here. And doing them in an order I don't normally do. Bear with me, guys. Got one more to light. Okay. Keep your comments to yourself. Any of you men folk that watch this, because I've got a. You see why? I've got a lighter on a leash on each side of my top. This is what I call the power all around me. I light these candles today in Hathor's honor and hope that she will, in fact, grace us with her presence. Maybe do some cool manifestations that nobody can deny. Is definitely not her. And then I think of the irony of what Josh did, and I'm like, oh, brother, are you kidding me? No offense, Hathor, I'm not directing that towards you. Please don't think I am. I just, If you want to bring a new lover into my life, great, but not him. Not him. That boy is unstable, narcissistic. Hell, he may even be all 5 of the 5 most dangerous personalities. Which, yeah, in other words, avoid at all costs. After all I've done for you, how dare you come to me in that way? Huh. That's just crazy. I've decided I don't need 2 of them on there. When one runs out, I'll put the other on. It was just an easy way to get them both back in here. Let me see. Let me go back to my list here and see if I'm forgetting anything. This is my October expenses. Okay, so rent. Trying to think, am I thinking? Okay. I'm just pausing for a moment, trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I hear Daryl's big mouth. Um, I know one that I need to add. I had to add pay off old credit cards. Because I'm tired of the 3 credit cards that I briefly mentioned earlier in this live stream. I'm tired of them hanging over my head. I'm I want to get them done. I want to get them out of the way. I want to have the satisfaction of knowing that I'm doing the right thing and I'm taking responsibility by paying off each one each month, go with the lowest settlement amount that they will accept, and just one by one each month until I get them paid. So I'll have them paid off in 3 months. I am going to do credit one last if they even bother to send me a statement. If they don't, I'm not even going to worry about it because they got class action lawsuits against them that I'd love to cash in on. You may be asking, why do you put that under your chin? I'm trying to keep it from burning and a bunch of it being wasted, for one, because I am conserving. I'm trying to ration how much I smoke and what time of day I will smoke. Not only try to clear this chamber, see how many significant hits I get this time, but I don't want the pot to be wasted by being burned and not being smoked. Hit number 1. This is just clearing the chamber. My son Noah loves this thing. I let him hit from it. And he was like, wee! Oh my gosh, he was hilarious. I really did love having him here, even though things, went crazy and he had to go back to Mansfield. But I was happy for the time we had, the fun that we had. the cuddles, which I never got to do. Hit number 2, or I should say, clear hit number 2, meaning clear the chamber. That's number 2, and I'm already past Pluto. Yeah. Three. That time it was 3, because I don't think there's any more. Let me see. Yeah, about 3 and a puff, or 3 and a, like baby one. It's just me setting it back down. I try to be careful where I set it too, because I don't want to set it on something and it's not stable and it falls and breaks. I'd be devastated. I'd cry. Because Brooke got me this. And we got it for a discounted price. That is a witch's bong, if I ever saw one, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Powers that be, gratitude, bless me. I'm doing really good with how long I'm making these 2 strains last. As you can see, this one's not too shabby. There's a decent amount in there, right? This one's called Hippie Crasher, but it has some of this Afternoon Delight in it. Now, the Afternoon Delight, that's all I got left of it. And that's a pretty big little nugget, okay? So I'm keeping it in the original jar that it came in by itself. And I've already mixed some of the loose that I broke up with the Hippie Crasher. I love my Afternoon Delight. Anyways, so I have a choice to make. Do I go do the cat litter, get the dishes done, then take my hot soak, which, yes, none of you are invited to. Sorry, that's private. I'll be wearing a bathing suit, but still. Put my soak tub in my bathtub, which sounds odd, but do I cut the live off now and then start one up again later, or do I let it keep running? To give the ghosties, they know I mean that affectionately, a chance, if they so choose, to do some manifestations on the screen that when I watch it back through, I'm like, oh, what? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good job, guys. You're getting good at this. Because the thing is manifestations take energy. And, I try to keep like crystal feeding stations around here because I know spirits thrive on that. They thrive on that kind of energy. That is their food. Didn't I put it over here? What did I put over here? Oh, right. This I'm going to call my magic acorn. This is an actual acorn from my backyard. This lovely little buddy here, you need cleanse, don't you? Okay. Yep. I'm sorry it took me so long to realize that. This is a capture stone. I don't remember if this is one of the citrines or one of the agates or what, but this captures negative energies, negative spirits that, let's face it, some of the little buggers are tricky and they find a way in and you're like, oh, I didn't think of that. Let this salt be cleansed and clean. and cleanse this crystal of any and all negative energies it has accumulated and trapped to keep it out of here. I got to start being kinder to my crystals. I really do. I'm still deciding. Because if I go do the cat litter and the dishes, I don't know that. Well, I suppose I could take the computer with me. This thing is small enough. I might be able to set it up in a good place so I can kind of take you guys along with me. Let's try it. Okay, I can't find a space to put that. Shoot. Well, I usually do it up under here, but I can't see it. Okay, thank you. I'm going to put my Kool-Aid in the fridge because it needs it. I think I might put it in the freezer. It'll get cold quicker. Just don't let me forget about it. Like when it's the perfect kind of slushy, then help me remember and go, oh, okay, hang on a minute. This is an experiment, guys. So I don't know how this is going to go. Which way do I want this turned? I guess there's about good. But to make sure we got ample lighting and the volume's all the way up, so come along with me and go through my day. And this way I can, keep talking, try to, have nice content. And I know I look like really far away and you guys can't see me and probably can't hear me very well. So just bear with me. This is part of the process. Yeah, it needs to be closer, doesn't it? But where? Hang on. You guys are right. It needs to be closer. But I got to be careful still where I put it because, ow! Bella, get out of the way. If I do it wrong. I don't want that thing to fall off and break because it would break a lot of stuff. And I would probably lose my 2-in-1. And I really don't want to have to replace something like that right now. Sometimes I get these things on here. Get in there. Sometimes I can't. Since I move this back here, because I need the space. It's like Chris is not here. I need to utilize this space better. This is a special plate that it's one of a kind. I've never seen anything like this ever again. Okay. I got a cup, a bowl, and this plate. This is the bowl. See how pretty that is? Matches the plate. See? I had the cup that matched these two pieces. It was a coffee cup. It had a handle. I got these when I lived still in Marysville. Okay? I got them from either a Dollar General or a Family Dollar store. And I wish I would have gotten me at least a 4-place setting and found a way to put it in a box or something. I remember having the cup when I moved here, but now suddenly it has disappeared. I can't find it. If Chris broke it or it accidentally got broke some way, he never told me. And it's not like I can go to the Family Dollar and get another one. I have never seen anything like this since. And this would have been back in the 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. Okay. So where can I put it? Another reason it's nice to have space. Yeah, that's all you need to see is my big old stomach. Oh, I wish my eye would quit watering. Look out, guys. Mommy's got to put stuff away. I was so upset when I realized that the cup that goes to this set was gone. And I think Chris very possibly could have been the one that threw it away. Because Chris, on more than one occasion, has saw fit to throw away an entire box of my stuff. Never telling me anything about it. Then one day when I went to look for it, where's my box of plastic stuff that I had? Oh, I threw it away. You did what? Why did you do that, Chris? What gave you the right? Well, we didn't need it. You didn't need it, Mr. Man, but I did. You just threw away an entire box of happy memories that I busted my ass to get. I will not get that back. He threw away a poster that was the last thing I had of my friends Joanne and Bill Metcalf. I never even got to go to their first gig. Bill had this amazing voice. He could sound just like Neil Diamond. I'm not kidding. They were such a cool couple. They lived in, where the heck was that? I can't even remember now. Mount Vernon? Loved their house. Oh, I loved their house. Their house was amazing. Yeah, so many fond memories there. But anyway, Bill got together with a group of friends and they became a band called Calumet. Calumet. I called it Calumet, but it may have been pronounced Calumet. I'm not sure. It was a poster that they had made up that was a copy of one that was going to be outside the building where they did their first gig. I couldn't go. I was devastated. I never saw them again. I never heard from them again. I never found them again. I tried looking them up on Facebook. Nothing doing. And if I can't find them on Facebook, why should I believe I'm going to suddenly find them on Instagram or TikTok? And one day, somebody pops on there. Hi, Janet. I'd be like, do I know you? Yeah, it's Joanna Metcalf. Seriously, from Mount Vernon, I'd probably start crying. To be honest, I would start crying. Because that poster was so big and it was such thick cardstock, it was red and white. And, oh man, I don't know. It was somewhere in the neighborhood of this effing big. Like, imagine like the small version of the movie posters they put in the display things outside of the theaters. It was around that size, okay? The only place I could put it at the time, because these places are so tiny and always have been, was under our bed. At the time, I had a cat named Midnight. Loved her dearly. She was a stray from around here. She was a rescue. She was my baby. And she started pissing on it, which destroyed the poster, saturated the cardstock, and Chris saw fit to throw it away. He didn't even give me the chance and option of putting it down in storage in a bag if I had to, and put some dryer sheets in there, or Febreze, dryer sheets or something to take the smell out, but don't do any more damage to the poster. He threw that away. So now I will never have a complete set of the glass roses because of him, because of Chris taking liberties where he had no right. Just because we've been together for 18 years, he thinks that he can just do what he wants, throw away my stuff, and then not expect me to get pissed off about it when I finally figure out what's happened to it and who's responsible. I'm gonna go to the loo. Be back in a minute, and I'm gonna change my outfit because I want to honor happily, appropriately. Oh, and I want to put on my purple and blue wig. It's the only purple and blue wig I have right now. Until I get off my keister and I get that headband made. Alright, where's my, oh man, I'm always losing that damn thing. The little wrapper that you wrap these in. When you're throwing one away because you've already used it. Oh, that's right. Thanks for reminding me, bathroom buddy. One of my spirits just said, you used the wrapper from the last one, so you throw away another one. Oh yeah, right, okay. Because they're always getting knocked to the floor and shit. Like, how did those get over there? Probably fell out. We're not sampling that. I don't remember putting them there. Where did those come from? The same thing? Yes, they are. Okay. I don't know how two of them randomly ended up over there, but okay. I got it. Sorry about that. I had to use the loo, as the British would say. I just got struck with a brilliant, creative, innovative idea. Oh, that smells so good. Say hello to Scully. Hang on, let me see if that's her trying to get in. Sissy, is that you? Hello? Okay. Well, she said she'd come up later, so I wasn't sure how much later she meant. All right, since we already got Black Cat here, this is a Halloween piece that does the foaming soap. I've already got her on the sink, and I was missing being able to use my Scully over here. This is antibacterial. This is for hand soap. I made the mistake of adding it with a dish soap, and let me show you what happened. It's really funny because it definitely was not the intent. Just don't let me overrun this thing, please. Let me know about when to stop. Hang on. Let me do this the right way because this is all that I have. So kind of. getting there. Okay, good. I took this hand soap filler, soap refill, and mixed it with Ajax orange dishwashing liquid. It's all water. It literally broke down the components in the soap so badly that it literally turned into water. So when I do the dishes now, and you see how big this thing is, when I do the dishes, all I got to do is tilt it, squirt, and I mean, I ruined this soap. And one of my not so successful achievement of trying to conserve and trying to so mental note, don't mix dishwashing liquid with hand soap refills. It will liquefy and literally turn your soap, both of them, into water, which is virtually useless. I gotta find somewhere. I think we'll put him back in the bathroom. Just for show. Because even though he can't use the sink right now, at least he's still getting used, even though it's just a decoration. So yeah, I ruined that soap. Let me check the battery. How's it doing? It's doing good. I figured that I've experimented with, like when it comes to computers, especially, I'm not that computer savvy like, Chris is. And as you can tell, I'm really struggling with trying to find good places to put the computer here, so I can still keep talking into the camera and stuff. And no, I'm not talking just to hear myself and just to go on and on endlessly about whatever. That is not the intent here. This also is an experiment. But at the same time, those of you that know me in real life have known me the longest. So you're like, yeah, that's Janet. Or I like to be called Lady J. Let me get this water. Decent, but because there's only like a handful of things here. But look at this. Look how much. And that's still, I'll be lucky if I get hardly any bubbles. I do this experiment in honor of a certain format that a lot of paranormal investigators and stuff throughout the years, who I greatly admire, even though a lot of them are fakers, and that has been recently found out, which, of course, you know how devastating that was for me, because I really liked these people. I thought what they were doing was great. And I thought that it was just awesome that they did it as a family, Okay. They would have live streams where some of them, where they would just, be like, this is what me and my girl are doing right now. This is what me and so are doing. Open these curtains because I think we need more light. Or do we need, here, let me try this. Doesn't do much, does it? Oh well. the only other thing I can think of is, oh, shoot. Well, that's just great. Those stupid things come down again. Okay. But I don't, at the same time, I don't want it to whitewash, to where you like can't see me at all. Just don't have the height that I need here. Maybe there. Oh, crap. Got to be extremely careful here because I don't want to get my computer wet. I don't normally fill the sink this full of dishwashing liquid and water. Trust me, this thing's all the way to the flipping top. Oh, crap. Okay, anyway, so some of these paranormal investigators that I used to follow, they would just do come hang out with us today. We're not doing anything special. I mean, yeah, we'll try to have some little interesting content tidbits in there for you as we go, but let's spend the day together, or you want to see what a typical day is for me? Well, here you go. You're right in it. And it also, I think it's good practice to do once in a while because it also reminds us of when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Okay. And drink it and enjoy it and sweeten it and change it, but in a positive way. Because me, I love lemonade. I got me some real good lemonade from a car show that me, Normia, and Chris went to before he ended up in the hospital where he is now. But at least he's doing good. He sounds like himself. They're moving him to an actual room, which I know that right there alone he's going to feel more comfortable in and everything. See, I do mine differently when I fill the dish strainer, and Chris has never liked the way I put things in the dish strainer. Oh no, it's wrong. You're doing it wrong. It's got to be my way. Nothing else works, It's like, excuse me. Can you stop bitching and just be grateful that the shit is getting done? Okay? The shit is getting done. I'm not you, Chris. So you cannot expect me to do things the way you see fit to do them. What works for you does not always work for me. I like my independence. I like my freedom of, I can do this, I got this, I can handle this, It's just another day in this journey called life. You can either let it make you or you can let it break you. Well, I have chosen to let it make me, make me the best version of me that I can possibly be. Because, especially with all the negativity in the world, why add to it? You know what I'm saying? It's like, how is that like solving anything for anybody? It's not. If I have taken over for being, like the primary dishwasher, learn to appreciate it, learn to overlook and accept. I might not be doing it the way you think it should be done. I'm doing it my way. That is my right. I have been in this relationship with you for 18 years. And when I let you in here, I just let you come in and take over. And I don't like that. You do not run and rule this household. And do not ever say that to me again. Did it ever occur to you, and I'm sure it hasn't, that maybe I did the things I did to drive you away? By just letting you do letting you do everything. You know, it's been your way for 18 years. Now it's my turn. We're going to do things my way. And if you don't like it, you can leave. I have sacrificed so much for so many, and a lot of them will never know who they were, what the situation was, and why I did it. Well, I did it out of respect for them. I did it to honor their memory. I lost some good friends. But I'm still here, still moving on. I have to, because I am the change. If you truly want change in your life, be the change. Change yourself. Expand your awareness. Expand your horizons. Try some things. But be safe about it. Be smart. And don't ever feel like, I don't know what I'm doing. What if I do the spell wrong? And blah, blah, blah. Well, sometimes the only way to learn how to do a spell is you got to stumble and fall and screw up. I'm not saying that that's a good thing. It's not. Because then it tends to discourage the caster, and then they get to a point where they don't even want to try anymore. And they're like, fuck it, it's too hard, I give up. Kind of like, even though he would never probably admit to this, my son Noah kind of took that attitude just without saying, I'm sorry, Mom, this is too hard. I'm conflicted here, you know. And see, that didn't take really any time at all. You know, it's done and over with. Exciting, huh? Nope, just doing the dishes. But in the spirit of gratitude, you can always say, thank you for my dishes. Thank you for my silverware. Thank you for the glasses I drink from, and the mugs, and the plates, and the bowls, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Because without those things, it'd be a whole different process as far as eating or drinking. Doing it the way they did back in the medieval times before silverware was ever even invented. Now I get the fun. Going in here and getting the stool. To put these back up that suddenly have decided they don't want to stay because I can't even fucking pull the damn things apart without them coming off of their little hanger here. And I don't like that. It's like, this is not okay. Am I afraid of heights? No. I could stand at the top of the Empire State Building and go, hi, how you doing? Come up and join me. The view's great. And see, poof, just like that. Dishes are done. Toot sweet. I'm just going to put the stool back. Look out, Kalika. So my cats don't decide. Oh, another place to lay and sleep. Trying to do it easy. Because I don't want it to fall down and woo, break the blades. I've got a box fan that has only been used once. It's brand new. And in my efforts to help Chris, I set it up one day. I put it on a chair. I put it at an angle. I turned it on high. I tried all the speeds because it's one of those typical low, medium, high. Went over and stood on Chris's side of the bed just to see how it would carry and how it would blow over. Chris didn't like it. It interfered with his way, which I'm not saying isn't efficient because it is, of having the air conditioner on in the bedroom like all the time. Like the thing never gets a break. Not really. He has 2 tower fans. He has them set up at angles. They draw the cool air from the air conditioner in throughout the house, as long as you keep the windows closed. If you open them for too long, it lets all that nice cool air out that, like, let's face it, on a day like today, that cool air is a blessing, especially when you're hustling and bustling about like I am, trying to get bits and pieces done here and there. But I have to sit down so often and take a break, and it starts hurting my back. We got hard floors. I don't have like shag carpet that I'm standing on in the middle of the kitchen. Shag carpet in a kitchen would be disastrous. It would be soft, but it would be disastrous. Bad idea. So anyway, instead I put a couple of rugs down. Rugs are fairly thin, but they're witchy, they're cool, they're decorative, and I have 3 rugs in here in the living room that I also like, and they're decent size, but I want the big kahuna, the one that literally takes up a huge section of your floor, and when you sit right up next to it, you literally feel like you're there in the scene that is on the rug. It's awesome. I've got an ice cave with water in it is one of the rugs, and then I got a circular pool that has a couple of waterfalls coming down and greenery and rocks and stuff around it. Absolutely, I could see myself swimming in that water and being healed and being energized and being transformed, and all the critters and everything in the water, none of them harm me. They all see me as the goddess I am. They see past the human shell and see the inner goddess, me. So they're like, oh yeah, that's what's her name, But if I were to take on a name, it would definitely be Lady Almathea, because Almathea is Capricorn goddess of love. And I think it's a pretty rendition of it. And, I know there's a lot of other people out there that might say, oh, I like that, I'm going to take that for myself. No, you're not. I invented it first. No, you're not. But some of them do. And then they try to change it up. They try to switch it around. They try to make it something it's not and try to say it's them. They did this. No, they didn't. Taking credit where others should be given the credit because they're the ones that actually did it. Very Harry Potter. like something that the Malfoys would do. Okay, which is not good usually. So I have to sit down and I have to take a lot of breaks because I am trying to learn the amount of time that I can get up and move around and how much I can get done in that time frame to, before I have to sit down again. And then now I'm finding even more reasons to, it's like, okay, nope, I can't sit down too long either, because if I do, then that's what ends up making me procrastinate. And I do not want to procrastinate. This is too important. It's long overdue, and it's just what I got to do. This is my penance for slacking it off for so long. Okay. I am going to do the cards. And I'm sorry that I keep doing the same ones over and over again, but the majority of my cards are downstairs, and the few that I have up here is I don't have the room to set them up. Now, I've got this little plastic table over here that I could probably, it would be big enough, that I just recently got back from my mom's that was sitting in the attic. The attic that used to be mine, the area that used to be mine, that Jim, who lives there with my mom, saw fit to give me that area, and then he took it away. It's like, how messed up is that? So now that's his bedroom, because you can lock the door, from the inside and outside. This is the medicine cards. Okay. What card is with me today in this deck, and what is your message? Ooh. Kitty. Black Panther 52. This should be interesting. No offense. I'm just saying, yeah. Well then, let's see what Black Panther is saying. 52. Embracing the unknown. Black Panther slid silently through the bayou, her golden eyes catching the starlight, midnight furs soundlessly rippling over her stealthy sinew, muscle, and bone. She and her mate were the last of their kind in the homeland of the Caddo tribe. The Panther clan had been honored and respected by the red people of the bayou for hundreds of years. Black Panther's medicine allows human beings to face their fears and dark behaviors, exploring those internal shadowy aspects of being. Most of Panther's tribe had been stalked and killed by the other two-leggeds, who had come across the big water and who feared their own dark natures. Those people were in need of her healing medicine. That night, the Black Panther stood at the edge of the swampy bayou, sniffing at the night, trying to catch the scent of any newcomer willing to go beyond their fears and trust her medicine. No, not on this night, but she would patiently wait for one courageous explorer of the healing potential found in the dark of the unknown. The Caddo people called her clan the Black Panther, and her tribe was known as the Midnight or Black Jaguar to the Maya. Sign me up. The color black is honored by the red race. Darkness is the place for seeking and finding answers, for accepting healings, and for accessing the hidden light of truth. Black Panther teaches us through our dreams to delve into the places within ourselves that need healing. She shows us how to track the unfamiliar territory found on the journey of self-discovery and to fearlessly face the unknown. If the Black Panther has appeared today, It may be telling you not to worry about the future. Trust that you are not supposed to mentally figure it out at this time. You may need to confront fears of the unknown, of being less than you truly are, or an inability to simply be. Let go of fears that appear as obstacles or barriers. Embrace the unknown and flow with the mystery that is unfolding in your life. The next step may be leaping empty handed into the void with implicit trust. In the stillness of the void, find the will to avoid foolish interruptions, going deeper into your own self discovery and healing process. Here, you will discover Black Panther's unexpected blessings. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm going to write that down. Yes, I am. I decided to write it down this time, which I almost never do. Um, I would do one for like others, and sometimes I still will. But today I have to simplify and just do my cards because that's all the energy I have at this moment in time to focus on is my own cards, my own messages, because that with each card, it gives me a guide for the day. Like, try to get this done, try to get this done. You'll feel better. You gotta keep busy, which is very true. Oh, and I've got to get me some lunch, so I'm gonna do this card and then I'm gonna take a break. Oops, here's the book. This deck is my Oracle deck. It's a very unique deck that I really like because I'm looking for the Gaia deck or something like that, which I don't know if I have actually found one yet. Oh, Gaia. Okay, this must be the one. What card from this deck is with me today, and what is your message? Spring and doing better. Oh, I get two today. Okay. Usually I only do one, but doing better and then spring. So I'll read it in a bit. I just right now my brain is kind of fogging on me a little bit because I really do need to eat. So I might come on later and do another live, but I think I'm gonna end this one for now just to keep from causing my own self eye strain, give my eyes a break from having to use my glasses so much to see comments. And my friend Vicky, she already has gone back to work, so I know she'll see this later when she gets home or whatever. Love you guys. Blessed be. See you next time.